He is China's most viral Trump impersonator, and he's just getting started.
Don't he sound so familiar? You sound like Trump.
In the first episode of China Unpacked, we're talking with the man behind the viral impression.
I get a lot of ladies. I used to be a pickup artist.
Unpacking the unexpected ways Chinese creators are going global. What's up, guys? My name is Victor, and this is China Unpacked. Without further ado, let's welcome the one and only Ryan.
Hello, everybody. It's Ryan Chen here, and it's my pleasure to be on this show. Thank you, Victor.
It's so nice to have you on the show, because when I first saw you, I was just like, this guy, he has everything down pat. This guy, he must study Trumps for many, many hours, right? Like, how did you start even impersonating him? Tell us the story.
Well, at first, I wasn't. I wasn't trying to impersonating him. At first, I was just doing a social media, English video teaching. It was a very simple one. I also gained a little bit of popularity in Chinese social media. And then that was on his inauguration day. I lost my bet with my friend. My friend said, "Can you do Trump on a video and put it on Chinese social media?" And I said, "Yeah, of course I can do it." And then I did it, and turns out it popped off. And so I started doing Trump ever since, because it's very cost efficient. In his words, it's a lot of efficiency. Before I was doing this video thing, that's a lot of work. I do one video. I spend like 5 hours per one video, and I gain probably 200,000 views. But ever since I do Trump, I only spend like 5 minutes, and that's like 500,000 views. So yeah, I'll do the math. That is why I slowly just doing Trump anymore. Ever since,
It's more entertaining.
it's more entertaining. It's a lot of free. It's more. There's more freedom. I can do anything. I can, because I'm in China. I can look at anything around me. I start doing Trump. Trying to. Say, hey, this one is good, this one is bad, this one is interesting, and yeah, it's more entertaining. I think so.
Yeah. So how did you learn his voice and everything? Just do you always have a talent for imitating other people?
Yeah, I actually, if you really look closely, you definitely see this learning curve there. At the very beginning stage, I was struggling, trying to do his voice. Like, I was trying so hard, and but it wasn't very authentic. It wasn't very look-alike. But now I can do very close sound mimicking. But the hand gesture, the movement is still. There's some room for me to improve. I've always been interested in acting, and ever since I was a little kid, my teacher or my friends, my classmate, they've always said, "Hey, you should be an actor. You should be an actor." If every time I hear about this, I get $1, I'll probably get a lot of dollars by now. Yeah, so I love acting, but now some directors are approaching me, and they reach out to me. They want me to play in a film, Chinese film. Yeah, I'm very interested.
Is there any other voice that you can do?
Actually, Trump is the first voice that I do. Actually, but in the future, I'm thinking of doing Elon Musk, because now I'm like, I don't know why, but within 1 year I put on like a lot of weight. I probably put on more than 50 pounds. But before I put on my weight, people said I look like very much like Elon Musk, but I don't know why.
Is that part of impersonating Trump, just eating a lot? Because that's like something he's very known for.
Um, I don't know. I don't know why I put on this much weight. Probably pressure or something. Probably change of lane of work. At first, I got into this industry. I got no experience. I feel like burnout all the time. I don't know what to do. So sometimes, I just do this binge eating when I'm under a lot of stress, of pressure. And yeah, and when I gain some weight, people say, "Hey, you look big." With Trump, used to be overweight a little bit, so they think, yeah, you guys resemble sometimes. So, but that's actually not true, because I think my number one impersonator is actually a very slim guy. This guy's name is like Matt Friend. In my opinion, he's the number one Trump impersonator in the world. What I'm trying to say is that you don't have to be fat to impersonate Trump. That's my issue. I probably ate too much food because I just got into this industry. It's actually more stressful than you think. When you don't have the views, you feel like there is a lot of stress. So I kind of channel my stress into binge eating too much. So I really need to watch my weight.
So yeah, let's talk about that. The stress of social media. We know that China is the world's biggest country for social media.
Yeah,
In anything,
we have
right?
a big market here. Yeah,
You have a big market, and the competition is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, if you can do something, there's probably 1,000 other people who can do the same thing. But you got the China market. Only really you can do Trump's voice, so you have that covered. But still, there's other social media influencers. That's just as entertaining. So it's very stressful to be a social
that's
media
true.
influencer in China, right?
That's true. So far, I don't see another person who's doing an Asian Trump right now, but I see people. They're struggling. I see people in Chinese social media. They're like just doing once in a while, and try to see the reaction of the audience. I think they're doing a pretty good thing. I think if they try hard enough, they might be another Trump. So there is competitors emerging. So I gotta watch out. So I better just evolve as fast as I can to consolidate my advancement, like my yeah
Your dominance.
my dominance.
dominance,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. You gotta be like Trump. You gotta be all your opponent. You gotta make them your friends, right? You gotta.
Yeah, sure. Some people
Yeah.
came to me to ask me how to do Trump voices. How to do Trump.
You can.
They say, you know what? I'm willing to pay a certain amount of money, an awesome amount of money to learn from you. I said, yeah. What do you want to learn? They want to learn to talk like Trump. That's all they want. Nothing else.
Wow. You can start a new class, like an online course, and charge people,
Yeah,
and then you have tons of students in your class, and that's how you
yeah.
make
It's
the
a
money.
niche market.
And then you have lots of mini Trump.
I was thinking, maybe going to a kindergarten and teaching all the kids speak like Trump, like everybody's, hello, how you doing? All the kids, they're cute and Trump all at the same time. I was thinking that would be fun. Yeah.
Can you imagine a bunch of like Chinese kids if they see like Americans, they just like. that's how Chinese people welcome Americans, right? Just speak like Trump.
Yeah.
Americans probably would be pissed. They think you're mocking them.
Yeah. They actually think we're mocking them. There was a tour group from a university, which is one of the Ivy League university. They went to China. I through my friend, who's also a local tour guide, and so I know they're visiting Chongqing, and I happened to be around that area during that period of time. So I was thinking maybe I could just welcome them, get in front of the group, and by impersonating Trump at the same time, doing a Trump impression. And the leader of the group was actually very opposed to that idea. They say that's the absolutely no, and don't do that. and they almost as if they're gonna say we hate Trump. That's a last thing we want to do. So yeah, that's the first time I know there's some people who actually hate Trump very much because it's very polarized. We live in a very polarized world. So it's kind of hard. It's very important for me to consolidate, to reconcile, like to how to find the good spot to entertain people at both ends.
So I saw you in IShowSpeed's live stream, and one of the most interesting thing that you said was that you never been in America.
I've never been to
You have
America.
never been in America.
I've never been in America. Yeah.
Wow. And
I
how,
have. I've
how
never
is your
been.
English? How is your English this good? Like,
I think two things. Number one, I had this. I was taught by this American teacher when I was in college. Because I think there are two factors that contribute to this. When I was in high school, I wasn't very keen in English studying. And when I was in high school, I was a very good student in mathematics. I took part in the math competition. I was the representative of the class of the math, who was in charge of math. So I was very interested in math. But before college, I wasn't very interested in English studying, and I took very few a very very small chunk of time learning English, and that's actually a good thing. That actually turned out to be a good thing because for a lot of Chinese students, especially for Chinese students who's never been abroad, they learn English from Chinese teachers because inevitably you learn some Chinese accent from your Chinese teachers, especially when you're young. You learn this accent, and it's gonna stick to your ass for the rest of your life, right? But it's lucky for me because I wasn't paying too much attention when I was supposed to learn English, and then when I got into college, I thought English was very interesting. By then I just happened to have this guy who's from America. He's from Arizona, I think, and this guy was a foreign English teacher, and I spent a lot of time learning from him. So I might have inadvertently picked up this American accent, and then I had my accent, and people said, "Hey, you have a beautiful accent. You have at least you have some accent. You have American accent." Although I wish I had British accent because it's more like gentleman-like, but so it happens I have American accent. So it's actually a positive feedback because every time people say good things, when you speak English with people and people say good things about your accent, so it's kind of an encouragement for you to invest more time into learning English. So it's a positive feedback. It's kind of a snowball effect. That is why I had this accent. But I've never had an experience, going to the America, not only North America, South America. I've never been there. I've always wanted to be there and have a look. Also, yeah.
yeah, what's interesting is not just your accent is very American, but also like the way that you understand American culture and incorporate them into your video. It just seems like you're someone who's been there for many years. That you just understand America.
That's because I watched a lot of American TV series. Because when you learn a language, you have to learn the culture. But it's really hard to find a lot of English speaking people. People speak English as their mother tongue in China. So you have to create your own environment. So in order to have this submersive English learning environment, I chose to. In fact, a lot of people choose to binge watching a lot of American TV series, and so I watched some. Back in my times, I watched Friends, How I Met Your Mother, Two and a Half Men, The Office. After you watch certain amount of TV or movies, you become understood, of the culture a little bit. When people say something, you understand the humor. Yeah, so that might portray myself kind of as if I've been there, but I've never been there.
Is that on your bucket list to come to America?
Yeah, of course. I've always wanted to be there, and even for the not only for the content purposes, but also I've always wanted to be there and have a look, because ever since I've started learn English, I learned from American teacher, so they told me there are a lot of places that's beautiful in America. So I've always wanted to, do sightseeing and experience the culture, and talk to American people in American soil, and you go to the north and south, and to see the difference of the food, the culture, and everything. We'll have a trip there. Probably next year. Probably next year. I'll try to go to America, and also I can do a lot of content creating. Right, my fans from China, they want me to go there and interact with American people to see how their reactions are going to be like. That's going to be fun. They say.
I feel like it's literally like who you are as a content creator. That's where you should be right now, with all the things that's going on right now. There's so much possibility. Have you actually thought of what you're gonna do, like a video concept that you wanted to do here in America?
Maybe talk to random people in a Trump, in a Trump way, impersonating Trump while talking to random people, and also maybe go to Trump Tower, and it's gonna be spontaneous. I think we're probably gonna do a lot of improv. And when I go to America, probably I will probably collab with some people. There are some people they have already invited me, and I'll probably collab with some people, and I'll probably invite them to go to China. So it's like, I'm probably gonna be the guy who's gonna conduce international traveling, the friendship, bridge the gap. Someone who I want to be the good guy. I want to be a good guy. I want to be. Probably in the future, I'll probably do some live stream. I think that's what I've never done a lot of live stream. I haven't done a lot of live stream, but I'll probably try to do live stream in the future, because I think it's very interesting. And also I think it's a kind of, if I were to dive into this social media kind of industry, I think live streaming is the basic skills you need to have, right? How do you talk in front of a camera, and knowing that everything that's happening here is out, instantly seen by your audience. So that kind of skill I need to cultivate. I need to build.
A lot of people, they will attract them to a live stream is anything can happen. It's uncut, unfiltered.
Yeah,
and
raw.
It's almost like they're living vicariously through this person's experience. It's like they're there with this person as he is going to do stuff.
That is why I think Speed is really good. He's really talented. He's live stream. When you watch his live stream, you never get bored. And he's got tons of ways to interact with the chat, and how does he react to the things that he encounter in his live stream. And he does a very good reaction whenever he eats some Chinese food. Like, I like the way he reacts. Maybe in the future I'll probably do an imitation of Speed. I don't know. I think it's very interesting. I like his like when he's doing when he's eating Chinese hot pot. I don't remember specifically, but like let's say eating Chinese hot pot and there is a beef meat, right? Like, yo, chat, I'm gonna eat this Chinese hot pot. Chinese hot pot. What is this? Let's try. That's it. No, you gotta learn his facial expression. But now it's on. But in the future, probably I'll try. It's I'll put it into my R&D plan. My R&D plan. Maybe I'll do a speed, but
Yeah, because there's nobody impersonating him right now. Not yet.
I gotta do it. What do you call it? Chiv it until it's good. Then
Chisel it. Hone it until
chisel
you-
it until it's good.
Yeah, you should, maybe the first time you do it, you should do it in front of him to get his reaction.
Oh yeah, maybe next time I do it. Maybe next time I also bump into him. Actually, when I was in Germany, I actually bumped into him. I didn't know he was going to Munich. I didn't know, but I know he probably will be there because it's the UCL going on. Because last year he was there.
Tell me about your experience in Germany.
People are very nice, and the food is they have very the meat they use in Germany is very nice. It's very nice meat, but in China we have a very different processing method. A way to process the food. In China, I don't know how to put this. They eat a lot of pork too. But in China, we kind of take the balls of the young baby porks away, of pigs away, so that the meat tastes different. The meat tastes a lot of neutral. Meat doesn't taste too masculine. Should I say that? But their meat in Germany is very masculine. It's like you smell this wildness.
There's rawness.
The rawness of
Very
the pork meat. So the meat they're using is very good, but they taste different than Chinese meat. If you compare it in comparison to the Chinese cha shao and Chinese Guangdong cai, I think I prefer Chinese Guangdong cai better, but it's a very different type of cuisine in Germany. I like the pork knuckles. The pork knuckles. It's crispy from the outside, and inside it's so good. But if you eat too much of that, this wilderness, this rawness of the pork that goes out. Oh, they have very good sausage. Number one sausage, the best sausage I've ever had. And and the view. I've never seen anything that's so peaceful. When I was Tegernsee, the south side of Munich, I love that lake. That's really beautiful. I walked more than 15,000 that day because I'm a little bit obese, right? Usually I don't walk that much steps, but that's really I forgot I was walking. That was so beautiful.
Really?
Fresh air, the scenery, so beautiful. It's like in a dream.
But you're in Chongqing. Chongqing is a place where you have to walk a lot of steps, right?
Yeah, that's true. Now it's getting hard to me. It's becoming to be a difficult thing now. So whenever I go, I take taxi. So this is bad. This is really bad. Don't learn from me. This is not good. You should learn the good things from me. But this is don't eat too much. We should always exercise. So this year I've decided to lose some weight. And we'll see. Probably 100 pounds. And I'm gonna be the biggest loser. So people are gonna be proud of me. People are gonna be surprised. They're always surprised, right? They're always surprised.
Do as you say, not as you do. So going back, we're talking about, you have been burning out as a creator,
That's true.
right?
True.
So, and how long you been doing this so far?
I think more than half a year. A little bit more than
Wow.
half a year now.
You're planning your next steps of like how you will involve.
Yeah, I think maybe in the future I'll try a little bit of live stream, and also I think maybe I'll try different forms of on my videos. Right now, I've been doing a lot of what do you call it, satire or parody.
Satire, parody.
Yeah, and it's small skits about Trump, but I don't call him out loud, but I kind of insinuate, kind of imply this is what's happening right now. Like so, I kind of put elements of what's happening that's in the news into my little stories, so people can read that. People can see that. They say, "Hey, this is fun," and that's what I'm doing. But in the future, I will keep doing that. I'll keep doing that because this is actually because Trump is the president. So probably I have 3.5 years of news.
Relevance.
Yeah, news relevance and
News
news
relevance.
as the soil of my creation, of my inspiration. Because this guy just got a lot of news going on in it. Like whenever he's in charge, he like to put on a show, right? And so that's a lot of relevance, a lot of materials for me to do a content creating. But in the future, I'll probably do something else. Maybe travel around China, like go to a different city of China, and whenever I'm in the city, I show people abroad who's never been to China the local speciality, what's interesting. Let's say if I go to Chengdu or go to Nanchong, right? I show them what's famous in Nanchong and what the local people are doing, and stuff like that. So basically, kind of present China to the world in a hilarious way, in a interesting way, in Trump way, maybe. I think I would definitely impersonating Trump by presenting China while presenting China. So I think that could be done. If you have any good ideas, or if any of your audience have any good ideas of what I should do in the future, I will definitely do it because I'm confident I'm actually a very good actor. I can do a lot of acting. Acting Trump is just one, aspect of my acting. I can maybe in the future I will act more people, but we'll see. We'll see.
When I first start watching your videos, I was just the thing I pay attention to is how this guy is impersonating Trump. I'm paying attention to your voice, paying attention to your gestures. So at first, wow, I was like, wow, this guy, such a great Trump impersonator. But now when I see your videos, I just want to see what this guy does next. I just want to see him going out to eat, going out to another city, just to see his adventure. So now when I see you, I don't see you as this Trump impersonator.
Oh,
I see
really?
you as this
That's interesting.
entertainer. So I feel like in the future, because right now your channel is called Trump by Ryan, but I feel like in the future your channel can just be called Ryan Chen, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, that's a very good idea. Actually, I've just changed my channel's name of Chinese social media by Ryan Ryan Chen. That's not a coincidence. Just yesterday I changed it.
wow.
I changed it. Ryan Chen. Ruige is my Chinese name.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea because now as people getting to know more about you, you're basically the focal point of the video. Before it was your voice and your, mannerism, right? But now it's like evolving to, you just being you. So,
That's
and
true.
it could be just, it doesn't have to be just Trump's voice. It could be other people's voice. It could be,
Exactly. And
yeah,
it's just such a coincidence. I just changed it yesterday.
that's
And I,
crazy.
I only changed
Wow.
it in my Chinese social media. I will see the reaction. Then I will change it in my TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. So great minds think alike, right?
Yeah, yes. You're very good at off the cuff improv. I feel like you have a future in stand up comedy.
Really, I've never trained myself that way, because yeah, I think I could do that. I think stand-up comedy. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it, but I think it's like acting, right? It's mainly about acting. You probably recite a certain amount of jokes. You put a certain amount of jokes into your inventory, right? You get on stage. But I see a lot of people that are very good at improv, like really masterminds. They're like, I don't know. It looks like they're just doing improvisation with their audience. That's so good. Well, that if I were to be doing that, I think I need some preparation. I
Practice, yeah.
practice.
Yeah, definitely this. And it's
That's
also
true.
you have to be very, very brave to perform
Yeah.
live in front of people. Because it might fail. Like people might not laughing at you. It can sound very awkward.
Oh yeah, that's brutal. It's brutal. If people don't laugh at your first one, that's okay. They don't laugh at your 3 jokes in a row. That's probably gonna be
Oh yeah.
a fiasco.
Yeah, that'll kill the whole vibe.
Oh yeah.
So I'm wondering, how has this social media fame changed your life?
Oh, it has changed a lot of my life right now. Before, because last year at this around this time of the year last year, I was still a BD director of an architectural design firm in Chongqing. I've been doing things in that industry for over a decade, probably 1.5 decade, 15 years, and that was just a salary job, and what you need to do is to be responsible by the end of the year outcome, like project, how much is the project value you've signed throughout this whole year and everything. It's a very different way of living, and then boom, I tried Trump, and it pops up. What do you call it? Is it pops up or pops off?
It pops off.
It pops off.
Yeah,
right?
pops off is if like you click on something, it pops up, or something that appears in front of you, it pops up. But pops off is like you become
you
famous.
hit it.
Or the video is very
Yep,
viral.
it went viral, right? The video. Yeah, and so it pops off, and lot of flow, a lot of traffic going to my channel. It is not me wanting to dive into this industry. It's like people are pushing me. Invisible force. There was an invisible force that's pushing you, because you have to find, because wherever you are, you have to make the right choice. Like, it's not feasible anymore. Like, it's literally not feasible anymore working at my previous job. That is why I've decided to stop doing what I used to do, and now I've started a company and my little studio, and I've decided to do it full time in the future.
That's a quite an inspirational story. And just in Trump used to build like buildings too, right? That's the same thing you were doing. You guys were in the same industry.
Yeah, I know real estate. I know real estate very much, actually. At first, I was thinking maybe let's do a little bit there and a little bit here. Let's say we'll spend half. Maybe I can, do a little bit Trump thing while I was, approaching my clients, like, so that's gonna enable me to broaden my the spectrum of my clients' reach, right? Because when I was doing BD, business development, the most important thing is the more prospective clients who you reach. That's the number one thing. So I thought I was gonna be doing Trump, doing that. That's gonna be helping my previous job, and then also I can do some real estate explaining video in my social media video. Here it's kind of a thing. It turns out it's not. It's not going to work. The social media thing, imitating Trump, is so strong. Then you don't really have to. You don't need to consider anything about your previous job. If you know what I'm talking about, it becomes non-significant.
So do you think Donald Trump he knows who you are? Do you think Donald Trump knows who you are?
I don't know. I don't know. Someone probably showed him there was a Chinese Trump, you know, and I don't know. He probably somebody has showed my video to him, or he probably took a glance of my video. I don't know. Maybe.
So he knows you. He knows you.
Probably.
What's something that like most people don't know about you? What's like a surprising thing that most people don't know about you?
Most people don't know about me. I'm very good at singing. Before, I was very good
Really?
at singing. Yeah, I like to sing. Maybe in the future, I'll probably incorporate that into my contents.
Are you popular with the ladies?
I got my Riz. I got my ladies. I got my ladies. I get a lot of ladies, guys. I got my. I used to be a pickup artist. I still am. I still am. I used to be a pickup artist. I still am, and I get a lot of ladies. I'm tired of getting ladies right now, because too many ladies, too much. That's too much. That's good.
You don't just have the voice, right? But you also just have the grammar and everything, the sentence structure. Like he says a lot of short sentences. Like he will say, "Oh, this is great. It's amazing. It's really, really amazing."
I think it's probably because my English is not good enough. It's probably because
Maybe his English is not good enough. His English is very elementary. So
you
it's
said
very
it. I didn't
easy.
say that. I didn't say that. But I think he is trying to bond with people with lower income or lower education levels. I watched his video, a lot of his videos, even when he was doing the TV show called Apprentice, and he was saying you're fired a lot. And before he also did some interviews, and he's very articulate back then, and he used a lot of big words. He's doing this on purpose, of course. I think so. He's a smart man. He's so smart. This guy, he's a smart guy. He knows what he's doing, right, Donald?
If you're watching this, Donald, you know who to talk to. I just think it's so funny that you're impersonating Trump, but you also happen to be from Chongqing. It's like the most viral city in China right now. Like the last time I was in Chongqing, it was in 2018, and nobody outside of China knew about Chongqing, and nobody even knew about the train that went through buildings. But now it's like every social media influencer, they come to Chongqing, they do the same thing. They're like, "Oh yeah, I'm actually on the first story, but it's actually 20 story." Like they all do the exact same video
Yeah,
when they come to Chongqing. How do you feel? You're as a native of Chongqing.
I feel like when I was ever since I was young, I took everything for granted because we were as elementary school students. We need to run a lot of letters, a lot of steps, and climb a lot of steps every day to just go to school. And it was a huge, like you climb a huge mountain or something. And now it's all of a sudden it's viral. Whomever is doing it, you go to Chongqing, you shoot this place, and you say, hey, from this side we're like on the ground, and this side you look from this perspective, it's like a 20th floor. Whoever is shooting that, it's bound to be viral. It's crazy. That is why Chongqing is the hottest. I would say the hottest city in China right now. And that's very interesting. That's very interesting. It's like I don't know. It's surreal. It's surreal. Like this thing I've known for all my life, and now everybody's trying. They dig this. Everybody from all around the world, they come here. They want to get to know Chongqing. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. It's very interesting.
And you're an ambassador to Chongqing.
Whoever, guys, wherever you're from, right? If you go to Chongqing, you have to, you know, meet up with me because I'm gonna show you the best way of Chongqing. Anything you need in Chongqing, if you're a social media content creator, and if you're as big as Rice Man, but you don't have to be this big. As long as as long as you make content, you come to Chongqing, come to me. I'm gonna take care of you. Anything you want, right? Local support, anything. I got my local connections. I know a lot of people, so that is why if you come to Chongqing, you come to me. That's cool. I think I'm gonna get you taken care of. Yeah,
You got the hookup.
I got a hookup. I can post some strings for you. You know what I do, right? Everybody knows what I do.
That's right. The most viral person from the most viral city in China. That's right, Ryan. You gotta go there, ladies and gentlemen. It's
sure.
It's in one package. If you go to Chongqing, you gotta see Ryan. You're like one of the biggest tourist attraction in Chongqing. You're becoming a Jiefang Bay. You're on that list.
And if you go to Chongqing, and everybody's welcome, you go to Chongqing, and you come to me, and we make a video together, and I'm becoming one of the tourist attraction, and that's cool, right? And if we made a video together, I'm gonna make you known to the Chinese community, because the Chinese audience, they also need to know who you are, right? If you want to be if you want a bigger presence in the Chinese community, because we have a huge Chinese community here.
All right, thanks Ryan for being on China Unpacked podcast, and we hope you really enjoy this podcast and you learn a lot from the one and only Ryan Chen.
Thank you. If you want to go to China, you have to visit Chongqing, you know. And when you visit Chongqing, you got to visit me. You know, we're gonna take care of you.
Thank you guys so much for watching China Unpacked. If you enjoyed this episode with Ryan, don't forget to leave a comment and hit the subscribe button. This podcast is all about bridging the gap between East and the West through real people and real stories. We're on all the major podcast platforms, so don't forget to follow us. Until next time, this is Victor, and this is China Unpacked.